Welcome to WhatNext Era, where we journey into the most mind-bending what-ifs of our universe. Today, we explore a scenario that defies comprehension. What if time itself stopped flowing across the cosmos? Imagine a universe frozen in a single instant, where seconds, minutes, and eons collapse into an eternal now. Clocks would cease their ticking, stars would halt mid-fusion, and the rhythm of life would vanish. It is a concept that stretches human imagination to its limits, forcing us to confront a reality where the very fabric of existence has paused. If time stopped, the first thing we would notice, or perhaps fail to notice, is that movement would no longer exist. Every particle in the universe would be locked in place. The Earth would hang frozen in its orbit, oceans suspended in mid-wave, birds halted mid-flight, and the wind would freeze in the sky like a solid sculpture. Every heartbeat, every breath, every moment of thought would be suspended in a cosmic tableau. Life, as we know it, is inseparable from time, and without its flow, the processes that sustain consciousness would be instantly suspended, leaving minds trapped in an eternal limbo. The stars themselves, the fiery engines of the cosmos, would cease to burn. Nuclear reactions inside stars rely on the passage of time to fuel fusion. If time stopped, the Sun would hang in its current state, neither fusing hydrogen into helium nor emitting energy. Night and day would become meaningless as the light of the universe froze mid-journey, suspended in the void. Galaxies would appear as static masterpieces, swirling in a frame frozen forever, an unchanging cosmic painting that stretches beyond comprehension. Gravity, paradoxically, would remain, but it would act in strange ways. While the force itself exists independently of time, its effects, movement, acceleration, or orbital shifts, depend on temporal progression. Planets would remain suspended in their orbits, moons would cling mid-swing, and black holes would stand like silent voids, their insatiable hunger halted. The universe would be caught in a delicate balance, as though paused on the edge of an invisible cliff, with every celestial body frozen in perfect equilibrium. Even the smallest processes that sustain life, like the flow of electrons through atoms or chemical reactions in cells, would grind to a halt. Photosynthesis would never convert light into energy, DNA replication would stop mid-strand, and metabolism would cease instantly. Life would not die in the traditional sense, it would simply be frozen, suspended in a static state with no awareness of suffering or existence. Humanity itself would be locked in the last moment of our consciousness, thoughts frozen like sculptures of memory in an infinite present. If time stopped selectively, allowing perception but halting the universe outside, the experience would be surreal. We could move through a world where nothing else changes, touch a leaf suspended mid-fall, observe a river frozen in mid-splash, or walk among birds halted in flight. Every motion would be ours alone, an impossible freedom within an otherwise immobilized reality. Yet even this scenario presents paradoxes. Energy transfer, friction, and momentum all rely on time, so even attempting movement could collapse under the laws of physics as we understand them. Philosophically, a universe without time challenges the meaning of existence. Cause and effect would dissolve, history and future would cease to exist. Memory would lose its relevance, and anticipation, hope, and regret would vanish, because all require a temporal framework. Without time, the universe is stripped of narrative, leaving only an infinite, silent instant where all that was and all that could be is compressed into an eternal present. The very concept of change would become meaningless, and existence itself would feel simultaneously infinite and stagnant. If time were to resume after a period of stoppage, the consequences would be cataclysmic. Particles that had been suspended might recombine unpredictably, or energy could cascade in unforeseen ways. Life could awaken with memories frozen mid-thought, ecosystems would resume with catastrophic gaps, and planetary motions might destabilize from the abrupt reactivation of physical laws. The universe would feel like it had jolted awake from an endless dream, a reality where everything previously frozen suddenly floods into motion at once. Ultimately, contemplating a universe where time stops forces us to appreciate the invisible river that carries everything forward. Time is the silent architect of reality, shaping the birth and death of stars, the evolution of life, and the rhythm of consciousness itself. Without it, the cosmos is beautiful but terrifying, frozen in an eternal moment where nothing truly exists in motion. Imagining this scenario reveals both our fragility and our wonder, reminding us that every heartbeat, every sunrise, and every fleeting instant